Hello, what is up guys, I'm here today, back with another Black Desert video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the most recent patch that came to Black Desert on September 20th of 2023, going over all the events, as well as major changes, that way you don't miss a thing. And this week's patch brings some of the most anticipated updates to the season server, as well as the way that you gain EXP but through the tagging system, and in addition to a couple events, and yeah, there's a bunch of stuff to cover, so quickly before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, new to Black Desert, or you've been watching videos on the channel and still have not subscribed yet, please consider it. Helps grow my channel. You stay up to date with new content that we both win. And without further ado, let's get into it and start off with the events like we do every single week. And our first event is an EXP buff running through October 4th. So 500% combat EXP and 200% skill EXP. These can both be viewed in game by hovering over the little EXP boost event in progress at the top of your screen. Next up, we have a bonus set of rewards that are obtained from completing the Moon Aura bosses from the Boss Blitz system. If you don't know what this is, it's this little triangle up in the top corner, the Black Shrine bosses, any of them that are associated with the moon, so these ones right in here, have bonus rewards that are available from completing them. If you haven't unlocked that system yet in the game, you'll need to play through the Land of Morning Light storyline, which is the island that's chilling out way out here. So if you haven't done it yet, consider doing it and knocking it out to unlock a bunch of different events and things that you can do. The next event is awesome for those of you that enjoy playing lots of different characters like I do, or an altaholic like I am. You can now copy your character's gear with one, Marnie's Unstable Fuel. So super awesome, especially with the cool tagging system that's been added into the game now, which again, we'll get into here in a few seconds, but a pretty awesome little event if you're into playing different characters. And the final event goes along with the new season servers, but the new season servers have a new set of rewards for completing them and playing through them with a new set of currencies. These currencies and rewards are pretty similar to what we've seen across the board in the past, but the currencies this time can be exchanged for a couple of different items that we haven't seen before, but for the most part, pretty similar stuff that we've seen right along the line. And that's it for the events with the patch. Now let's get into the actual big changes, and like I said, the biggest change that's coming with this one is the season server rework here. So when you go to your character selection screen now, or the character creation menu if you're a newer player here, you're going to see these little icons in the bottom section of your screen, and these are called season character tickets. So you are given 2 of these at the start of this update, with a maximum allowed of 5, and likely ways to accrue more of these in the future. If you haven't already graduated your season character, you'll see a third one of these little icons filled in, like I do right here, because I haven't played through my season character yet. But if you've already graduated your season character and you've been waiting for the next one to get started, now you can, and it's pretty simple, straightforward. All you do is click your season character creation button down here and go through the process of creating a character. You won't consume one of these tickets until you ultimately graduate that season character, so nothing to worry about there. And if you're like me and haven't completed your previous seasonal character, you have that bonus one, and that bonus one will not be used until you graduate that seasonal character. Now again, if you are like me and haven't completed your previous season's seasonal character, you still have access to the old Black Spirits Pass and all the different rewards that are available on here. So you can go ahead and pick all those up still. Don't worry, you aren't in any rush, and you don't have to hurry to finish it if you haven't already. Now I plan on making a full-on guide through the graduation process as well as the creation of the new character for the new season server here this weekend, so I'm not going to go too much deeper into it right now, but essentially that's your new system. You go ahead and create characters using those tickets. You're given some of those tickets every once in a while, and you'll be able to continue to make season characters right on through, with no limits to when you can graduate or create season characters. And again, you don't consume the ticket until you go to graduate, so you don't have to worry about oh, I made a character but I deleted it after level 15 because I hated it and I made a new one. You don't gotta worry about it. It's not used until you go to graduate. But then again, beyond that, the season server is pretty much the same sort of system. You're gonna do the weekly quests, pick up the upgrade items, do a bunch of different level up reward type quests, get other upgrade items, continue to progress your gear up until you hit the level that you've decided you wanted to reach for the season server, and go ahead and do your graduation. Graduation rewards have been slightly varied now. For all of the new seasonal character graduations where you, make those graduations, after this update, you'll have an Advice of Alex plus 150 available for this new special season graduation period. Again, all the other previous rewards are still available, so if you're a new player, you'll want to pick up your Pen Kaposha necklace, Kaposha belt, and Kaposha ring from these seasonal graduations. As far as graduating whenever you want to graduate, you'll need to have completed all the Black Spirits Pass challenges, which again, we had on this little notification right here, which I'll put in the description down below if you want to read through it. But after you complete all of those, you'll be able to go ahead and do a graduation. Now the rules for the graduation on the new seasons are also pretty much the same. You'll keep your best piece of gear from the graduation. All of your unused materials will be gone, so make sure to sell them all before you graduate. One interesting one in here that I don't remember if it was around before, but if you haven't logged in for half a year, 180 days, your character will be automatically graduated if you had any season characters available to you. So do keep that in mind if you plan to take a longer break from the game. Your character might be auto-graduated after that. No big deal though, because you can just make a new one with the new system. And that's pretty much going to do it for the quick version of the season server changes. Again, I'll be making a full-length video guide on it, so stay tuned for that. Just wanted to make sure I covered it, so if you want to get into it early here, you have an idea as what's going on. Now, the next thing we're going to get into is the awesome changes to the tagging system, the character tagging system that also came out with this patch, and they're absolutely bonkers. They allow you to share EXP between two characters at any point. They don't have to be like season characters using the Fugar's timepiece anymore, and you can only do the change with the Fugar's timepiece. Now you can duplicate that EXP whenever you want, and it's super simple to do. For those of you that haven't watched my video guides on the tagging system or ever done the tagging system before, all you gotta do is click on this little tag characters icon in the top of your screen. If you don't see this icon, press the escape key, edit UI, and make sure you have this little mount icon turned on up here. Now when you click on this icon, it's going to bring up a new menu that's going to show you all of the characters that are currently located in the same town as the character you're playing as right now. In order to do the tagging function, they need to be there. And in this case, I'm just going to pick this character right here. We'll just go ahead and pick it and click tag. These characters are now tagged together, and you could use the item copy function, which again we talked about a second ago, is now down to just one Marnie's fuel. So pretty cool right there. Again, this is to duplicate gear, but that's not what we're interested in right now. Now we are interested in EXP duplication. And for this one, what you're going to want to do is just go out and do any amount of grinding that you might normally do while playing Black Desert. So I'm going to go run and like try and kill a mob or something real quick. Alright, so I killed a couple of these little parasite beetles up here. Now, when I go ahead and switch over to that character, so in this case I switched over to this character right here, and swap onto them, you'll be able to click on that tag characters icon once again after the swap, and you'll see a new button called Get EXP. If you click this button, you'll get all of the EXP that previous character ground out. So again, just duplication of that EXP on a second character. You can use it to level up a character a little faster, or if you have like two characters you really enjoy and you use the gear tag function swapping between them, progress both of those characters at the same time. Fantastic new system for those of you that are altaholics like me. Again, comes with the Marnie Fuel 1 gear tag event right now, so fantastic time to try it. Now the next thing in the patch notes are a bunch of different free items you're going to have in your inbox in-game. So to view this, press the B key on the keyboard, and you'll see your inbox in-game. And in here you're going to see a bunch of different items. So the first item is going to be a box that has a Pentuvula ring and earring, as well as a bunch of other items that are used for enhancing seasonal character gear. The second box is going to have some just generic upgradey type items. It'll also help you to progress your character. You'll then have a bunch of different items depending on the various items you had in your character's inventory on your previous season character when this update went live. So it'll depend on your season character status and a whole bunch of stuff. But I guess the big point here is just log in and make sure to click the B button on the keyboard to pick up all those different items. Now that's it for like the huge massive changes. Getting into some more quick ones to cover. Under the class change section, we got some new face presets for a couple of classes. And then we have a couple little tweaks to a bunch of other different classes. Nothing absolutely insane there. A couple little tweaks there. We then get into the bartering update here, the bartering changes that came with this update. Generally speaking, a little quality of life improvements for the bartering life skill. So the amount of time it takes to craft Sunset Blackstones has been reduced a little bit with the workload drop, making it a little easier to make those. Verdant Blackstones that are used for upgrading ships are now able to be obtained a little bit faster. You can just directly exchange the Tier 1 bartering goods, which had their weight reduced in the previous patch, making it easier to quickly level up your boats and whatnot. So pretty cool for early on stages. If you use the quests that allow you to craft various boats, sailboats and stuff, those quests have been made a little bit easier to make those boats a little bit faster. A whole slew of sailing quests have also been added into the game to provide you different rewards and upgrade items for your various boats and whatnot. And then we got a few little UI type tweaks to the sailing menus and whatnot to see your ship upgrades at the same time. Moving on into more grinding related items in particular, the Paddock's Island loot has been increased from 2 to 3 per drop to 2 to 4 per drop, and the red coral earring has been added to the loot table. And then Thornwood 4 has got a few tweaks on Decky's lantern grinding. We then get into Node and Conquest War stuff, and I'm going to be totally honest with you, like I am every single one of these patch notes, I don't partake in really any PvP in Black Desert, but it looks like there's a lot of words here, so if you're interested in PvP content, you might want to read through this one on your own here. Not super helpful with that. Keeping in the theme of guild-related activities, there's also been some changes to the Cadria Elephant, which you could craft using the guild building housing system. And there's a lot of information about it here in order to craft those, so if you're in a bigger guild that's been trying to make one, I guess something to keep an eye out for. The town of Velia got some map changes, adding a staircase over here on the side, so it'd make it a little easier to get up and down from the beach, I guess. A new outfit has been added into the game, so if you're interested in that outfit, something you could buy, and then beyond that, nothing else too crazy with this set of patch notes. So that covers the majority of stuff with this patch. Now it's your turn to let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you excited for the new season change? What do you think about that gear system, the new tagging system for your characters, the EXP, level up, all those different things, let me know, comment section down below. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you at the next YouTube video, Twitch live stream, or wherever I happen to see you. Peace.